In the previous videos, we learned how to create links to other pages on our site, and we also created a link to an external web page, and we also learned how to make an image a link. And notice that the browser usually has the hover of the mouse changes to sort of this glove with a finger to let you know that it's a link. You have an arrow key, but then when it becomes clickable, that little indicator changes. And actually in CSS we can change the design of that. We're not going to worry about that in this class, but that helps the users know that something that they're looking at is clickable. The next thing we're going to do is create down a jump down menu. Much like Wikipedia has jump down menus, you can character DCS takes you down to that section. All right, there's a couple things we have to do with this. Some things we already have in place. In module 1, when we had created a section, we had given that section an ID name. In this case, this one's called About. That's important because I can now create a link to that ID on our page. Although, do I really need to go down to the About? So let's find one that's a little lower. And here's one called main character. Main and character are capitalized and there is a space in between. All right, so let's go and create a new section. So we have this about philo. I'm just going to create some links. I'm going to put in jump down to. And I'll even do a break on this. A single line break. Make sure we put this in a paragraph. Didn't need that indented. And we said this one was called main character. So I'm just going to use the same name as the text. We have main character. And I'm actually going to change well, that's fine. Let's keep that the way it is right now. Main character, I'm going to take main character, highlight it, and let's write the code longhand. So we have an A tag to open up a link, and we have to close the A tag to close the link. Next, give myself a space, then href. Then all I have to do is type in a £sign and main character. That's how it looks for an ID on the page. And that's why it's important you only have one ID named main character. I might have had another world, the world of philo was another ID. So let me copy that just to save myself a little time. And we come back to this jump down menu. I'm going to create another single line break just so you get used to doing single line breaks. And we're going to longhand write the code in for this link. And I'm not liking that little indentation. I'm going to have to, that's a new thing in 2017, I'm going to have to turn it off. But this was called the world of philo. Again, I'm going to add my href. £sign and the world of philo. Now if I really wanted to make these smaller, I could take, I could put in small and close that right before the paragraph ends. So I've nested small tags inside this all these little paragraphs. So the text should be a little bit smaller than the regular text. Let's see what this looks like. So they're a little bit smaller. And I don't know if this is always the best user experience because these are now really close together and they're tiny. So maybe we didn't need to do small, but it was just giving you practice on how to use some HTML markup. But as we click down, it jumps us to that section for the main character now. Now the world of Philo, you're saying maybe doesn't jump us all the way down. And the reason for that is we've reached the bottom of the page. So if I actually made my browser windows narrower by just grabbing the bottom corner, let's see what it looks like. So there's main character, we can scroll back up, world of Philo, and it takes us right to that section. And we didn't hit the bottom of the page. So if you're wondering why didn't it actually go all the way down, it's like, well, it's because we actually ran out of page to go down. But that's how we do an in-page jump down link.